Hi everyone, this is Brooke Skidmore with Awaken Horizon. Today is Monday, April 13th. And what if I told you that there was one tool in particular that research has strongly and consistently associated with things like improved health, increased happiness, stronger relationships, the ability to deal with adversity, and increasing mental strength? What would you guess that one tool was? You guessed it. It's smoking crack cocaine. Just kidding. I don't know the research behind crack cocaine, but there's strong research to suggest that the practice of gratitude is associated with all of those positive things I just listed. So if you're in a place in your life, in your sport, in your exercise routine, that you're wanting a few more of those things, you're wanting improved health, you're wanting more happiness, you want to feel more positive emotions, you want to improve your ability to deal with adversity. Just a few examples of what that might look like in sport. For example, athletes who maybe aren't getting the amount of playing time that they want. Maybe they're injured. That can be a really hard thing to overcome. Maybe they're dealing with a coach or a teammate who's really hard to play for or play with. In life, maybe at some point you're dealing with a loss of a job or a broken relationship. There's lots of times when we were facing adversity, and who would have thought that such a simple practice that is free, it's easy, it's simple, could be tied to helping us get through and overcome adversity and increase our mental strength. In my practice, I talk to a lot of athletes often about, can you tell me about a performance that was like your very best performance? And then can you tell me a little bit about a performance that you might call your worst performance? And we talk a lot about those moments because we can learn a lot about what works for us in our mental game when we're playing our best and maybe when we're not playing our best. And I find it so interesting that so many of my athletes, when they're playing their best, they note things like I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling confident, I'm feeling focused, and even I'm feeling grateful. They list things that they're grateful for. I'm grateful to be healthy enough to play. I'm grateful to be able to play in college. A lot of people don't even get the chance to play in college, things like that. So being grateful can potentially help us in our sport. It can help our performance in the sense that when I increase those positive emotions, it can help to affect my feelings of optimism and confidence and my mental strength when things get tough in that practice or in a competition. So that practice of gratitude can help us focus more on what we have as opposed to what we lack. So sometimes it can be easy to kind of focus so much on or just thinking that I can't really be happy until every physical or every material need is met. But focusing on gratitude or what we have can help us to feel those more positive emotions. And oftentimes, if you're not in the habit of having a consistent gratitude practice, it can feel contrived. It can feel, kind of fake and up in the clouds. But research has also shown that with practice, that having this mental attitude of gratitude can actually grow. It can become stronger with practice. So if that's your case, if you're feeling like, okay, I want to give it a try, but it feels like forced, you might try it repeatedly for a couple of weeks. Give it a try consistently, and then see what happens over time. So how do I do that? How do I kind of cultivate this mental state of gratitude? There's lots of different ways you can do it. Focusing on the past, bringing up positive memories can be one thing. Focusing on the present, making a list even. Some people actually keep a gratitude journal. Every day they record 1, 2, 3 things that they're grateful for that day. And they don't have to be huge. You could be grateful for your fingernails. You could be grateful for a place to run outside. So it could be very simple things, and it could be big things. Maybe you're focusing on gratitude for the future, of opportunities that are coming. And so that's where your focus of gratitude is. Some people write a physical thank you note to someone who has impacted their life. If you don't have time to write a thank you note, maybe you write a mental thank you note acknowledging someone who's made a big impact in your life. And some athletes will kind of focus on what they're grateful for right before a game or during a practice. If they're feeling like they're kind of getting in that zone of bitterness and discouragement, it's an actual tool that they might use to increase those feelings of happiness and drive and productivity. So just to close, there's a quote that I like that says something to the effect of, whatever dog you feed will grow. And I think that really applies to what we're thinking and what we're telling ourselves. If I'm focusing so much on the difficulties and the challenges of my life, that's going to grow. That's going to expand. That negativity expands and affects our life. It affects our performance. If I'm focusing more on opportunities, that's the dog that will grow. It's that positive thinking is also going to expand. It's going to affect my life and my performance. So sometimes it's helpful to think and acknowledge, becoming aware of what we're thinking can be huge in terms of our performance and our entire mental state. So you might even record some of those thoughts that you're having and just kind of become more aware of, which dog am I choosing to feed? Which of those thoughts do I want to expand? Do I want to grow in my life? So something for us to think about this week, and have a great week, everyone.